What if life gives you nothing? No money, no support, no opportunities. And still, you refuse to give up. This is the story of a boy who had every reason to quit, but chose to fight instead. Chapter 1: A Life Full of Struggles. In a small, dusty village surrounded by broken roads and old houses, lived a young boy named Arif. His home was not really a house. It was a tiny, weak structure made of tin sheets and bamboo. When it rained, water leaked from the roof. When the wind blew, the whole house shook. But that was not the hardest part of Arif's life. The hardest part was reality. Arif's father had died when he was just 5 years old. He didn't even remember his father's face clearly. All he remembered was his mother's tears. His mother worked as a housemaid in nearby homes. She cleaned floors, washed dishes, and sometimes worked the entire day without rest. Even then, they barely had enough food to survive. Many nights they slept hungry. But every morning, his mother smiled. Not because life was easy, but because she didn't want her son to feel hopeless. Chapter 2: A Dream is Born. Every day, Arif watched children his age walk to school. They wore clean uniforms, carried books, and laughed with their friends. Arif stood at a distance, silently watching. Deep inside, something hurt. One day, he asked his mother, "Amma, can I go to school too?" His mother froze. Her eyes filled with tears, but she quickly turned away. "Maybe one day," she said softly. But Arif understood the truth. That one day might never come. Chapter 3: The Tea Shop. At the age of 10, Arif started working at a small tea stall. The shop was always crowded. Hot steam filled the air, people shouted orders, cups broke, and time never slowed down. Arif worked from morning till late night. He washed dishes, served tea, cleaned tables, and ran errands. His hands became rough. His feet hurt every day. But he never complained. Because he knew, if he stopped working, they wouldn't eat. Chapter 4: The Fire Inside. Even though Arif didn't go to school, he never stopped learning. At night after work, he would sit under a streetlight. He picked up old newspapers, torn books, anything he could find. Slowly, he taught himself how to read. Word by word, line by line. He struggled, but he didn't stop. People laughed at him. "Why are you wasting time?" they said. "You're just a tea boy." But Arif ignored them. Because deep inside, a fire was burning. Chapter 5: The Turning Point. One day, a well-dressed man came to the tea shop. He looked different. Calm, confident, and kind. Arif served him tea. "Thank you," the man said, smiling. That one moment felt strange. Most people never said thank you. The man noticed Arif reading a torn newspaper. "You can read?" he asked. "A little," Arif replied shyly. The man was surprised. "Why aren't you in school?" Arif paused, then said, "Because life didn't give me that chance." Chapter 6: A Chance. The man looked at him carefully. "Do you want to study?" he asked. Arif's heart started beating fast. "Yes," he whispered. "If I help you, will you work hard?" Arif didn't hesitate. "I will give everything," he said. Chapter 7: A New Beginning. For the first time in his life, Arif entered a school. He felt nervous, scared, and excited. Other students laughed at him. He was older than them and didn't know basic things. Teachers doubted him. But Arif didn't care. He had one goal. "I will not waste this chance." Chapter 8: Failures. The journey was not easy. Arif failed his first exam. Then another. Then another. He felt broken. One night he cried silently. Maybe they were right, he thought. Maybe I can't do this. Chapter 9, The Decision. But then he remembered his mother. Her tired face, her sacrifices, her love. He wiped his tears and said, I didn't come this far to give up. Chapter 10, The Rise. Arif started working harder than ever. He studied day and night. While others slept, he learned. While others relaxed, he practiced. Slowly, he improved. Chapter 11, Success. One day, results were announced. Arif passed. Not just passed. He became one of the top students. People were shocked. The same boy who washed cups was now a topper. Chapter 12, A New Life. Years passed. Arif continued working hard. He completed his education, built a career, and finally, he became successful. Chapter 13, Giving Back. But Arif never forgot his past. He built schools for poor children, helped families like his own, and gave others the chance he once received. Final message. One day someone asked him, what changed your life? Arif smiled and said, nothing changed. I just refused to give up. Final moral. Never give up. Your past doesn't define your future. Hard work always wins. One opportunity can change everything.